Good day, scholars. This is Miss Kitchens. I am so happy to see that you are all here with me today to learn about writing. I miss you all so much, and I know you feel the same. Miss Holstar and Miss LaFleur also sends the same kind of feeling to you all. We miss you, and we cannot wait to see you again. Today, you will be learning writing with Miss Kitchens. Moving forward, you're going to be learning writing with me. Isn't that super cool? Miss Kitchens is going to be able to teach writing through the computer. Oh, you guys are going to be so excited every day. Okay, so before we start, I want to make sure that you have all of your materials. So you want to make sure you have your writing folders so that you can put your have to inside of your writing folders when you are finished. You also want to make sure that you have a writing utensil, preferably a pencil, so that you can erase your mistakes if that happens. You also need to have your crayons so that you can make those beautiful pictures colorful when you are finished completing your pictures. I want you to know that we are all so proud of all of the hard work you are doing to make your writing readable and powerful. Writing is not always hard work. There are many writers who already know words that they can easily access in a snap. And I know some of you as writers are able to use that same kind of thinking because you know words that you already locked in your mind from reading mastery or just going over the what word wall in Miss Kitchen's class or just practicing your note cards in both classes, all three classes, Miss LaFleur's class, Miss Holstar's class, and Miss Kitchen's class. Today I want to teach you that every writer has words that he or she knows and can write easily in a snap. Writers don't just stretch out those words. They write them quickly. That means they already know those words when they are sitting down writing. It just flows out of their minds onto their papers just like you can. The word wall is a great tool for writers because it reminds writers of words that they know in a snap. However, we do not use the word wall as an idea chart. You don't go to the word wall if you want to write about something that is already the truth. And we've been writing about true stories. So you want to continue on writing about things that you already experienced, just using the word wall to help you explain those things better. Now, if you don't have a solid word wall around you, what can you do? Let me think about that. I know, you can ask a parent or a guardian or someone around you to help you to figure out those words. You can say, hey, Mom, I don't know how to spell the word sack, but I kind of have an idea of how to sound out those words, but I just want to make sure it's right. So can you help me to figure out that word? You can sound out that word and then have a parent check it for you to make sure that it's correct. But trust me, I guarantee it's going to be correct because you all know how to sound out your words and make sure that it's correct. So, before we go into our lesson, I want parents to understand the outcomes that you are going to be having throughout this lesson and throughout the whole unit. Students will be able to use known sight words to make writing more readable. Students will be able to use vowels to help them spell the middle of words. Students will be able to use tools such as a checklist. So there will be a checklist provided for each scholar where I want parents to just focus on one section of that checklist. And in that section of the checklist, you're going to focus on, is my writing readable? And that's for the scholar. So if the scholar can read the writing to you, then that means they are on the track that they need to be on. Okay? So we're going to start with our writing. I am going to give scholars a sentence starter, and then after that, they have 10 minutes of free write. They're going to be writing for 10 minutes, fluent writing, no interruptions, just them and the moment expressing whatever it is that they're going to be talking about. Parents, I want to make sure that you understand that your scholar needs to have a sentence starter of, my true story is about. After you have helped your scholar to create that, I want them to go into that moment to start writing on their own. This is the moment where they are able to go within themselves and explain what it is that they have experienced. Scholars, this is your time to go into details about anything that you want to talk about that happened to you in real life. Be very creative using much details, and make sure that your pictures are aligned to your writing. You don't want to be talking about you going on an ice skating trip with your friends, but then your picture shows that you're at the beach chilling in the sun. You want to make sure that your writing and your pictures are aligned to each other. That means that they connect. So within your have to, so after they do their 10 minutes of writing, I want them to go back into their writing and to make sure that they are making their own word wall based on looking back at their story and bringing the words that they used a lot and spelled on their own in their writing. They want to make sure that it's being presented in their true story. So after they have written for 10 minutes, you're going to go back into your writing, you're going to read it, and you're going to say, I remember this word, I used this word just came out of nowhere because it was something that happened in a snap. Okay? I want them to identify those words. That is very important. Also, I want to make sure that you continue to use your checklist. So parents, make sure that when scholars are reading, they're reading to you and they say, Mom, Dad, or sister, brother, whoever it is that's going to be there monitoring their work, make sure that their reading is readable to themselves. And once you see that it is, you can check that off as yes, it is readable. If you're interested in making sure you want to do extra practice with your scholar, you want to review sight words with scholars, practice sounding out words they don't know yet. You want to continue having scholars reread their stories in front of you, guiding them on how to edit as they read. So if a scholar is reading to you and you see little minor errors, you can just, go in and help them on how to correct those errors. Now, when they are sounding out the words or when they are creating their story, they want to make sure that they have questions that they're asking themselves. The first question they should be asking themselves is, what do you hear first when you're sounding out the word? Ooh, oh, that sounds like the letter L. What do you hear next? Okay, that sounds like, O. Okay, that's the letter O. And lastly, K, K. That sounds like the letter K. Look, you want to make sure that they are breaking up the sounds so that they're able to spell those words. And scholars, you already know how to do this. So instead of making the smoothie and blending those sounds, you're going to break them up so you can spell them out. Also, you want to think to yourself, do I hear any vowel sounds and which ones? Now the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. If you hear any of those vowel sounds, you want to make sure that you are identifying that to yourself, and you can actually tell your parent if you hear those sounds happening. So at this time, I want parents to give the scholars an opportunity to go ahead and go off into their 10-minute free write. My true story is about, make sure you have a capital letter at every beginning of your sentence and you have your punctuation marks. You're using that one finger for your spacing and you are making sure you have an ending to your story. Miss Kitchens will see you tomorrow with more writing. So make sure that you are here and set and ready with all your writing materials. Have a great day. Parents, comment below if you have any questions, concerns, or any thoughts. I will be answering those questions and I will be monitoring and making sure that scholars are getting what they need. If you have any feedback on how I can make this video better for the next day, I will really appreciate that because this is new to me and I'm sure it's new to most of you all too. Have a great day, and like I said, we can't wait to be with you again. Have a great night.